changes.
What is going on, guys? Multiplayer HD here, and I am back with another Team of the Week predictions. This is week number 2. This week was especially difficult when it comes to finding players because there were so many players who scored themselves 2 goals, who got 3 goals. There's players who got a goal and assist here and there, players who did well in defence, got a bunch of tackles, got clean sheets and got man of the matches from centre back. So I think I've chosen the best choice of players here. There were a lot of silver cards, so of course we'll get upgraded to gold cards. Not that many top high-end cards. I've got about 4 or 5 in here, but not as many as you expect compared to last week, which I thought was a very good team week to start off FIFA. But first up, we'll go with Kyle Duncan of Red Bull. He got himself 1 goal, also man of the match and a clean sheet in Red Bull's 2-0 win over Portland. This was a Thursday game, may go unnoticed by a few people. I do think he deserves it though. He's played well for the last 3 weeks now, so winning form for him should be on the horizon. Next up is RUBEN BLANCO. He kept a clean sheet in Puerto Rico's 0-0 draw, with Atletico Madrid. They had 20 shots, so RUBEN BLANCO didn't make that many saves. I think he made about 5 or 6 saves, but 20 shots against Atletico Madrid and not conceding, I think someone's going to get in for him. I think RUBEN BLANCO will be the guy, as there's not that many goalkeepers to choose from. Now we got Harrit with 1 goal, 1 assist. The goal was actually a winning goal as well. He also got man of the match in Schalke's 2-1 win over Mainz. He will be position changed from a cam over to a left wing, and I think his card is decent. He'll be about 10-15k. It's a nice little card, good amount of pace, good dribbling. I think he also has 5-star skills. I could be wrong though. So next up we have Junior. Mauro Junior, he got himself 2 goals and man of the match in Heracles' 3-2 win over FC20. I'm not sure if I pronounced his team name correct there. I'm not sure if it's Heracles or if it's pronounced weirdly in the Dutch language. I think Heracles sounds and makes sense to me. Now we have Ozturk. He's originally a CDM. He played centre back this weekend. He scored the winning goal via the penalty spot though in Göztepe's 1-0 win over Konyaspor. He also played a very good game, got a few key tackles here and there. I think he also had a clearance off the line, so I think an inform for him might just be around the corner. Now we have James Maddison. This was a very tough choice, and you'll see later on there is someone else who could get this, but he got himself 1 goal, and I believe man of the match voted to via who scored in Leicester's 1-0 win over Tottenham. So now this is where it gets really difficult. We have 2 players from the same team this week, and as you may well know if you follow Team of the Week over the last couple of FIFAs, you very rarely see 2 players, if ever, from the same team in one Team of the Week unless it is an international break. I do think it's a bit different this week. You very rarely see teams win 8-0, so I think this could maybe be the separator of why we may get 2 from one team this week. And first up from that team is Bernardo Silva. He got himself a hat-trick and also man of the match in Man City's 8-0 win over Watford. Now we have Kevin De Bruyne with 1 goal, 2 assists, a 10 match rating in Man City's 8-0 win over Watford. This could also go to Aguero, who played a very good game, Mahrez as well. I also think Otamendi played a very good game. This can go to anyone from the Man City team to us. It could be a whole Man City team of the week if you wanted to. They played fantastic, very unfortunate to Watford, who were really struggling at the start of the season. Changed the manager and still struggling. It kind of looks like they could be going down. I'm not really sure why. I think their team is very good. But next up we have Ruben Pena with 6 tackles, a clearance off the line, a clean sheet and also man of the match in Villarreal's 2-0 win over Real Valladolid. And that card's a very nice card, very well rounded, decent shooting for a right back, good pace, good defensive stats and good physicality and nice dribbling. It'll be a nice cheap card to pick up with and use at the start of the game. Next up in my predictions we have Willi Orban. The Hungarian got himself 1 goal and also man of the match in Leipzig's 3-0 win over Werder Bremen. Unfortunately to me, I was hoping that Sabitzer was going to do a little bit more. I enjoyed Sabitzer's inform at the start of the game last year, but Willi Orban, very nice centre back, not that good on the pace side, but good defending and also very tall. Now we have Philippe Coutinho. He got himself 1 goal, 1 assist, 7 key passes and also man of the match via who scored in Bayern's 4-0 win over Cologne. I know a lot of people this week will put Lewandowski in their predictions, and I really don't think he'll get it, due to the fact that he has got himself a Player of the Month card coming out this Friday when the game gets released. So therefore I don't think they'll release an inform which will be 90 rated and a Player of the Month card at the exact same time. It would make no sense over releasing the inform. So Philippe Coutinho, a nice card, also position changed into a cam instead of being a left wing. I think he'd be very desirable and a lot of people want him. I know myself, who's using a Bundesliga team right now, would actually like to use him. Now we have Dunkley with 2 goals and man of the match in Wigan's 2-0 win over Charlton. I said this last week, whenever a centre back scores 2 goals, that is pretty much a guaranteed inform, and it's no different this week with Dunkley. He's got himself the inform. So next up we have Yarmolenko, and this is a difficult one for me because he scored 1 goal and also believe got the man of the match in West Ham's 2-0 win over Manchester United. I'm not sure if any of you guys may well know, but I am a Manchester United fan, and it's been a very difficult time over the last few years, of course, and hopefully that can get sorted out, because right now it's not very fun losing to teams you kind of expect to be beaten, such as West Ham, with no disrespect to West Ham, but a team of Manchester United's calibre should be beating them with no worries. But Yarmolenko, with a 1 goal, played very good in the entire game, fun to watch, good card, he hasn't really got the pace like he used to, but very good card nonetheless. Now we have Fosu Henry with a hat-trick and also man of the match in Oxford's 6-0 win over Lincoln City. Lincoln City are struggling recently since signing their new manager after losing their old manager who went to a new team. I'm not sure who the team was, but they are struggling in their last 2 games, and a 6-0 win is appalling, and hopefully they can sort it out for their sake, as they were looking really good to maybe challenge for a promotion in League 1. Now we have Marcel Hartl with a hat-trick of assists in Armenia's Biaford's 5-2 win over Vehen. I might have butchered those 2 team names. If I did, I do apologise. They are very difficult teams to pronounce, and I do try my best with every single team that I pronounce in the predictions. So next up we have Eric Exposito with a hat-trick in Slask Wrocław's 4-0 draw with Zagłębie Lubin. He will be a definite inform this week. Spanish guy from the Polish League. You see that quite a lot recently. Carlito was one of them last year, so I'm not really surprised there's a lot of Spanish players over there. They're performing pretty well as well. Now we have Mama TM, or Mam Fiam. He got himself 2 goals, 1 assist and also man of the match in Kasim Pasler's 3-0 win over Antalyaspor. Brozovic from Inter Milan got himself 1 goal and man of the match at Inter Milan's 2-0 win over AC Milan. From previous experience, they always give an inform to a Inter Milan derby, a Manchester derby, etc, etc. So this week will be no different, with Brozovic I think just edging the inform. Now we have Victor Ismail Sosa with a hat-trick and also man of the match in Lyon's 4-2 win over Necaxa. Caputo got himself 2 goals and man of the match in Sassuolo's 3-0 win over Spal. That would be a very nice card, especially with pace key. He has good pace and good dribbling and nice shooting. Chris Wood with 2 goals and man of the match in Burnley's 2-0 win over Norwich. This was Chris Wood's first goals, I believe, since April, so good for him to get back on form and scoring goals. And lastly, for my predictions until we get onto the possible informs this week, we have Alexander Arnold. He got himself 1 goal in Liverpool's 2-1 win over Chelsea. Very good game in that game. Chelsea were a bit unlucky, they played well against Liverpool, but Liverpool just came out with a win and have kept their unbeaten start of winning every single game this season on a roll. Now we have Casimir Ninga, who got himself a hat-trick off the bench in Angers' 4-1 win over St Etienne. And yes, you have to be careful when saying that name. Now we have Chaser with 1 goal, 1 assist in Florentina's 2-0 draw with Atalanta. Chaser will also get a position change into centre forward, and that card will be very nice at the start of the game, especially for a lot of people who I know are looking to use Serie A squads over the course of the first few weeks. So Chaser will come out of packs, be about 25-30k, there's no problems there, nice card, pretty much guaranteed in form. And finally we go into my possible informs this week, and first up we have the goalkeeper from Granada. Rui Silva kept a clean sheet in Granada's surprise 2-0 win over Barcelona. Now, I know I only have 1 goalkeeper this week, and that's not really gone unseen by EA before to only ever use 1 goalkeeper. So I will not be surprised if they only use 1 goalkeeper this week compared to previous weeks where they've used 3. I think there's not that many goalkeepers who actually performed well, so I think the 1 goalkeeper and they bulk up the outfield players may make sense this week. Now we have Adrian Pereira with 1 goal, 1 assist, clean sheet and a man of the match in Vikings' 4-0 win over Vålerenga. Now for a left back with 1 goal, 1 assist and man of the match, that's normally a nailed on inform. But due to the fact that you see he is a bronze card, I don't think he'll get the inform this week, as I think they'll want to keep the cards as high rated as possible to get people to spend as much money as possible. Now we have Ricardo Pereira of Leicester City. He got himself the 1 goal in their win over Tottenham. Like I mentioned earlier on in the video, this could go to James Maddison or this could go to Pereira. I would not mind who. I do have Pereira's normal card right now and it's a very good card, so an inform Pereira, I'm pretty sure I would upgrade to that. But overall, I think Maddison deserves a little bit more, as Maddison played very well in-game compared to on face look of stats. Now we have Cristiano Ronaldo, and I understand if I did not put him in my predictions this week, a lot of people would have complained that he deserved the inform. But personally, I don't think he does. That's why he's at the bottom end of my possibles, because for Ronaldo, 1 goal, 1 assist against Verona, who aren't exactly a top tier team, I don't think that's worthy of an inform, and I think it'll be a bit desperate for me to chuck them into his predictions. And finally, for my possibles, we have Kimmich. With 2 assists in Bayern's 4-0 win over Cologne from CDM, that is definitely team of worthy, but I think Coutinho would just edge it over Kimmich. And with that, that concludes Team of the Week predictions week number 2. Now if you guys think I missed anyone and you guys would like to leave it in the comments below, please feel free. I'd like to hear everyone's opinion. Don't forget, I commentate this video at 6 PM on Sunday evening, so I may have missed the 8 PM games at UK time. If I did, look in the comments below and I will leave any players who may make the Team of the Week in the comments. Now I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you are new, and I'll speak to you next time. Peace.